Hello, my friends. Once again, the occupiers are advancing despite having already seized Avdiivka. Firstly, they immediately decided to push further upon the retreat of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and moved beyond the city limits, approximately 1.5 kilometers. Additionally, they have actively begun to assault the area between Novobakhmutivka and the village of Berdychi, achieving immediate success by advancing 2 kilometers and 300 meters. Some may say that this push can be halted and that the occupiers won't go far. However, remember that the advantage is currently on the side of the Russians, and they are the ones advancing while the Ukrainian Armed Forces are on the defense. Therefore, riding on this wave of success, they are attempting to push further immediately to force the Ukrainian Armed Forces to retreat from several villages. For now, we see that semi-encirclement of these villages has already occurred. But whether the Ukrainian Armed Forces will hold them or decide to retreat remains a question for now. Today, an approximate map of our defensive lines appeared online, and it was shown by foreign analysts.
Now, Ukrainian units will try to hold their next defensive lines, but these ones are not comparable to Russian ones.
As evident from their statement, they are less powerful than the Russians. If this depiction reflects reality, then these villages are precisely situated between the first and second line of defense. Therefore, there is a possibility that the front line will be halted here. However, the Russian advancement between Novobakhmutivka and Berdychi unfortunately already extends between the second and the third lines of defense. Therefore, for now, the situation regarding defense acquisition is uncertain. But, of course, we hope for the best. So today, there was a slight decrease in activity, with 14 attacks recorded on the Avdiivka front. However, all of them targeted the village of Lastachkina, indicating their strong desire to align the front line along the villages of Lastachkina and Severne. No new attacks have been reported near Berdychi. Additionally, Zelensky commented on the situation regarding funding from the USA.
Counting on this positive decision of the Congress, for us, this package is vital. We do not currently look into alternatives because we are counting on the United States as on our partner, strategic partner, that this partner will remain strategic partner. If we are speaking about the alternative, then this means that it would be not our strategic partner. That's why I'm not looking into such alternative.
In the Marinka direction, the situation is now similar to what it was in Avdiivka days ago. The occupiers are aggressively storming the village of Grigorivka, attempting to break through to the villages of Pobeda and Novomykhailivka. However, the front line remains unchanged here over the past day. Such high intensity of battles may indicate that they have a mission to reach Kurakhove in the near future. In the Vuhledar direction, the occupiers are trying to break through to Prechestivka, and in the area of Staromyorsk, they are attempting to advance through the fields. They cannot directly assault the village, but the Ukrainian Armed Forces are holding their defense and the situation along the front line remains unchanged. But shelling continues unabated. In the Zaporizhzhia direction, the occupiers have begun to increase the number of attacks, and it seems that a powerful assault has already begun. 4 attacks were conducted in the vicinity of Verbove and Robotyne over the past day. Tanks are being used in the offensive actions, and on the first day they managed to capture 2 Ukrainian Armed Forces strong points. So there is also a large number of shelling along the entire front line. According to reports from the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the situation with the attacks looks like this.
Briefly in the Zaporizhzhia direction, for now. Despite the large number of destroyed equipment and infantry, the Podurs were able to advance in the direction of Robotyne and took control of a couple of strongholds. We have many wounded. Guys like gods. A lot of people also climbed on Verbovo. Now the is coming, the positions are behind us, the Podur equipment is on fire.
In the Kherson direction, the occupiers continue shelling the right bank and are also launching an assault on the village of Marinka. However, the Ukrainian Armed Forces successfully maintain their defense and continue to hold the foothold under their control, although expanded it as before remains challenging.
Today, ours stormed this fucking bridgehead 3 times with the forces of groups from the 810th Infantry Brigade and with the support of artillery and mortars. And, as always, without air support. But interesting events are now being observed in the Zaporizhzhia direction, which was transferred to us by the Dnipro Main Army. Yesterday, Teplinsky came up with his super plan and decided to knock the enemy out of the village of Robotyne, sending their assault groups from the 104th Airborne Assault Regiment, the 76th Airborne Rifle Division, the 136th Motorized Rifle Brigade and many other units, totaling up to a battalion. Moreover, this was done without prior preparation. As a result, the enemy repulsed all our assaults. We have losses.
As evident, the Russians are facing challenges in this area. So for now, we are waiting to see how events will unfold further. In the Bakhmut direction, the occupiers have also increased their activity. Over the past day, they have conducted 7 attacks in the areas of Ivanyivka, Klashivka, and Avdiivka. There is also significant air support in this area. So yesterday, the Ukrainian Armed Forces shot down 3 aircraft. But the Russians have thousands of them, so flights continue and shelling persists as well. The Russians didn't achieve any successes over the past day, and the front line remains unchanged. So the Ukrainian Armed Forces describe the situation as follows.
Today, the Russians have become more active in the Bakhmut direction. There was almost no equipment, but there was a lot of infantry. Somewhere they managed to fight back, somewhere they had to roll back. Now the enemy is working very closely with artillery on the outskirts of Chasiv Yar. Enemy aircraft do not stop.
Unfortunately, yesterday evening, the occupiers shelled Sloviansk and Kramatorsk, resulting in casualties.
Kramatorsk and Sloviansk, Donetsk region. Exclusively civilian infrastructure, point of invincibility, where humanitarian aid and residential buildings were issued. At least 2 people were killed and people remain under the rubble.
In the Siversk direction, the occupiers attempted several assaults in the area of Bilohorivka, trying to break through from 2 sides, but they didn't succeed. Elsewhere, along the front line, there continue to be numerous shelling incidents. In the direction of Crimea, the occupiers also persist in assaulting the Ukrainian positions near the villages of Terny and Yampolivka. However, as before, the Ukrainian Armed Forces repel all advancing enemy groups, maintaining control over the situation. In the Svatovo direction, everything remains unchanged, with even the number of shelling reduced to a minimum. In the Kupiansk direction, the occupiers continue with artillery shelling only, with no attacks being conducted at the moment. Perhaps they are preparing for a new assault because they haven't fulfilled their objective to capturing Kupiansk, and they likely want to attempt it before Putin's elections. And that's all from me. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.